Hello, everyone. Can you hear and see us okay? Just admitting everyone getting settled. There we go. Okay, let's just give everyone a few more minutes to get in. So you can go have a final cup of coffee, grab some water, get relaxed before we begin on this journey. People turning up. There you go. So we'll probably be kicking off in about a minute or two.
Sulla on ne mikki on käytössä.
Se pois päältä.
Joo, saatko sä päälle sen?
Laitan sen päälle.
No koita saatko sä.
Okay.
Yeah, Pepper's microphone works, so every attendee should be able to use their microphone.
Cool, great. Yeah, so if anyone, just going to start the housekeeping stuff. So welcome all to our user webinar. We'll be handing over to Petteri for a quick hello, and then Géza, who will actually doing the presentation. Just a couple of quick housekeeping things from me. If you do have questions, you are allowed to interrupt the flow, so do feel free to just unmute yourself and go for it. You can also raise a hand. You can use a Q&A function or the chat function. So I'll also be monitoring the chat and the Q&As during the talk, so I'll be possibly interrupting you, Géza, and asking questions as we go along. But, you know, feel free, please don't be shy. This webinar is, you know, we're obviously going to be doing a
Wow.
obviously going to be doing a bit of a presentation, but the idea is also that if you do have questions or you have an issue or something that you want to discuss, we'll have some time at the end for questions and going through, okay? So if you want to just sit back and relax and listen and learn, that's cool. But if you have any questions or anything that you want to discuss to do with your projects, this is also a good time to do that. Just a reminder that the webinar will be recorded. There will be a transcription, so just please be mindful of that. And you will get an email afterwards as well with the video, so you can always return to that, okay? So have we got any questions, or shall we get started? All good? Okay, Petteri, please feel free to take the screen, so to speak.
Okay, yes, thank you, Caleb. So I'll just welcome you all to our third, I think, user webinar. And today's topic is dimension drawings. It will be presented by Géza, who is our Hungarian developer, and he did implement a big update into the dimension drawings module a couple of years ago. And today he will show you some basics of a dimension drawing module, and then we will dive into the XML settings to customize the dimension drawings. So Géza, are you ready to go?
Yes.
Okay, please go on and remember to share your screen.
Yeah. Welcome, everyone. I will talk about the team drawings to you, and hopefully I will be able to answer questions. If not, Petteri will help me out. Technical stuff. I have two screens, and if I move, so if I share my screen where I would like to work, then I will not see you. Or if I see you, then I will watch this like this aside. So
I can always keep an eye on everyone, Géza. If someone does have a question, I'll let you know.
So yeah, please feel free to interrupt me with voice, because maybe I will not, every time I will not see the meeting screen. So before we beginning, I would like to let you know that we have a video about the team drawings, and I hope you have already watched it. If not, then you can watch that on the YouTube channel. It will cover quite a lot of stuff, but we will go deeper today, so it will be an extra into the dim drawing topic.
I just popped that video on the chat as well for everyone, just so you know.
Thanks, Kelly. So first, what I should show first is how to set up the environment. We have this small example plan. Please forgive me, this is not really nice as an architect. Wow, what is this here? So this is made by me, and I'm a developer. So for demonstration reason, it will be okay, but I know that it's not perfect. So allow me to be not totally good in architecture. The environment is set up in here, the settings of ArchiFrame. Here you have the famous folders for your data folder and the user-specific folder. The data folder, the default data folder will contain a file like this, ArchiFrame blocks.xml, and it contains this ArchiFrame block, and inside that the settings and so on. And in the settings, you can search for dim drawings. Dim drawings, yeah. And then somewhere around here, you will find this big block. I say big because if I use Notepad and I can collapse it, you see it's about 2000 lines, so it's really a bigger one. What you have to do is to copy this into your own folder. It's good to do this. It's a good habit, because then you will have the default material, the default data, and if you make something wrong, then the default will be there, and you can return to the original data. So this XML, what we will edit is the ArchiFrame blocks changes.xml, and it resides in your user-specific folder. In my case, it's data boarding on. It can be different for you, of course, no problem. So what I will do is copy this whole stuff, the dim drawings, I don't know if the collapse, yeah, so the collapse shows that it's really big. All this stuff should be copied here. Important that the place of this should be the same. So inside the settings and inside the MISC tag. I paste it here. Yeah, we have. And I just save it. If you make modifications in your XML files, then it will not take effect immediately. So for example, the style of the dim drawings is still coming from the other file now. Oh, and I forget the replace. Yeah, the merge replace parameter, sorry. So do not forget this. You have to write something like here. the dim drawings in the changes XML, so not in the original, but in the changes, the dim drawings will be, so the original dim drawings will be replaced by this new definition, what we will edit together. And how to demonstrate that it's not there? Yeah, it's easy. What if we change the first name of the dim drawing style? Yeah, the name of the first dim drawing style. So this is all parts to single frame. I hope you see my text. Is it large enough?
Yes, I
Yeah.
think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So if someone has any technical problem, like not understanding what I'm saying, or it's too small, not visible, please interrupt me. So the all parts to single frame will be extended by, like, okay, what? Okay, I will write here my name. That's and then we will erase. So this is the changes. The original one, of course, it's not containing anything like my name. Yeah, here. So it's the original version. I have saved both XMLs, but still we haven't got the new one with my name. It's because it's not refreshed automatically. You have to click the settings and just click OK. It will reload all definitions and all XMLs. And voila, you see here, it's a bit small, but this is my name here. So the style list was refreshed, and now we know that we are editing this file, this other file. This is the active one now. Actually, I will close this original one because I don't want to make here any mess. So we will work on this XML. This is the ArchiFrame block changes. First of all, the big block is like the dim drawings. It will list all styles what we have. And each style is a dim drawing without the S. So singular, that's a definition for one dim drawing style. We have a couple. I will collapse them like this. And we will see, yeah, so we have this all parts to single frame Géza. Yeah, I will remove that name from there. And we have the all parts to single frame, single column, one part per frame, and so on, a lot of. And that's all. If you work with one style, you will be inside one dim drawing definition, like this block. This is the all parts to single frame. This is the first. Let's work with this. It's easy. It's quite a default version. After the name change, we were sure that, okay, this is what we are editing, and I suggest to do something like this for the first time. So edit something really obvious and easy to just see that you are editing the proper thing. For example, quite basic stuff is the dimension line settings. Here, the pen is now it's 4. If I, so what does it mean? Of course, that's the pen settings for the dimension lines. If I create a dimension drawing, then this should have the text pen is 4. In my case, it's a green color. Let's change it to 6, for example. I have saved my changes. Go back to ArchiCAD. Reload the settings. And voila, the dimension line is not 6, of course, because we haven't updated the dimension drawing. Now it's better, it's 6. So yeah, you have to update your stuff to see the effect of your changes. You can change the text parameters. Trust me that they will work, not just the pen color, but of course other parameters. What I would like to highlight is you have this something like general settings for the dim lines, but you have special dim lines like horizontal main or machining machining dimension line. What I'm talking about is this. So this big line, it shows the size of the plank, and it's a main horizontal line. But this one, it has more data in it, and it shows where each machinings are. So it's the machining main dimension line. As you see, all of them use the same color. For example, they are blue, but you can do in the customization that, for example, you change the color of the machining horizontal. Now it doesn't have any of that parameter, machining horizontal, but if we give this pen settings, and what if we change it to 8? What will happen? Let's see. So first I reload the XML with the settings button. Then I update the drawing itself. Oh, great, it works. So all other stuff like the machining main, the main horizontal dim line, it remains with the settings pen color 6, which is blue, but the main machining is changed to pen color 8, which is that dark red. This way you can set and customize each dim line. What we have here is a machining detail or even machining detail text. For example, if you have holes, this is a machining detail text. It shows you the diameter of the hole. Now it's black, but the black is yeah, it's too dark. So what if we change it to blue? Yeah, again, reload the XML and update the drawing. Something went wrong. Okay, what have I done?
I think
sorry.
You maybe just need to select the target. That might help. Don't know.
Aha, thanks, Petteri. saved me. So yeah, the blank was not selected and the update was not proper. So now it's good because it's 4. Wow. And so on and so on. So you can play with the pen color, different sizes, and dimension, line type, and stuff. These are the basics. Now I give a second for questions or chat. Is everything okay until now? Okay, seems to. The next topic will be about the sizes and more about numbers. So this dim line has a distance from the projection itself. Let's check. Now it seems great. We have this nice measurement tool in ArchiCAD. So from this corner, I go here and I see that it's 200 millimeters away, and it's a bit more than 500 millimeters. It's because the text is there on the top. So why it's 200 and the next distance is something like 300? Why is that? It's because the machining horizontal is set in meters, is set to 0.2 as a gap. This gap defines how far it should be from the previous thing or instance of the dimension drawing. In this case, it's the projection itself. The machining horizontal will be on the top of the projection. And after that comes the main horizontal, which is set to 0.3. So that's why you see a bit more than 300. I guess it's really about the number. So let's try to measure. Yeah, I guess it's about the number. So this distance is so it will not overlap because it will keep this value always relative to the previous one. In the documentation or the comment here, I have tried to clarify the difference between the offset and the gap, but now I will demonstrate it for you to be sure it's clear. The offset is a fixed distance from the projection itself, even if it will overlap with another one or they will not shown properly, overwrite each other, no problem. The offset will be kept and it will be the distance from the projection. The gap is more flexible. Elements like texts and dimension lines will avoid each other, so they will not overlap each other. They will keep distance from each other. That's why the gap is not something a distance from the projection, it's a distance from the previous element. So for example, if I change, this is not a gap, but it's an offset. And the machining horizontal is also not a gap, but an offset. And let it be really near. So the machining, the machining main dim line is 0.25, and the machining horizontal here is 0.3. What will happen? They will be very near to each other, and it will not be nice. But let's see. So I reload the settings. First, I have saved the XML. It's important. Then I have reloaded it with the settings. And now I refresh the dream drawing. Where is the machining main? Machining main disappeared. Weird. Sorry about that. Main horizontal. It can be that the add-on will not show it. Oh, it can be then you cannot do something like overlapping. Sorry. What if I do it like that? So the machining horizontal is now 0.2 and the other is 0.4. Let's see if it works properly. So, that's the so-called demo effect. So yeah, somehow if it's not defined with the gap. Sorry guys, I will take a look on that again. What happened? But as you can see, the offset is working for like the dim drawing horizontal, the machining horizontal. Unfortunately, for the main horizontal, it's not that. Reload and redraw. Yeah. It seems okay for the machining. Sorry about the main. Yeah. So now I have set it to 400 millimeters and it shows well here. And then we have a gap, defined gap here. And it's also good if we measure it from the text. You can see that the other projection, the top, it also kept that bigger distance. So this is redrawn too, because it's another main machining. It's for the top projection. It can be that the main machining line for the front projection is different than main machining from the top projection. In this case, in this for this plank, it's the same, but it can be different. If the machining is not visible from the front, then it will be missing from here and only shown on the top. What I would like to show you about the sizes is the margins. if we go from the dim lines to a certain projection, then here other values in meters can be set. The margins, as the comment says, it's 4 numbers, and they are the left, right, top, and bottom margins accordingly. The margin of a projection is the size around it. If we increase this, or like double it, but not all. So what if we need space on the top of the projection? That's the that's the third value, the top. And what if we need less distance on the left? So I have decreased the left margin and increased the top margin in this case. Let's see what happens. Reload the XML. Yeah, the left margin is not really visible, but as you see, there is a bigger distance between the front projection and the top projection. It's because the front has the margin, and if it's increased, then it will push the top projection part upwards. The last thing about the sizes is in the general settings. The dim drawing itself, the whole drawing. So what you see is that frame and all the stuff inside. That's the drawing. It has the general settings and also some sizes and margins here. What is this 0.9? It will be shown to you if I select 2 different blanks, and I would like to place this. Oh, no, sorry, that was not a good idea because it's 1 frame. Or maybe here we can see that. Fine. No, because the margins, it's added up. No. So I change to another 1 part per frame. It's 200. Yeah, so the 900 millimeter is not visible at the moment because we have a margin for the projection. So first, the projection margin will be there. That's usually 200 millimeter. And then we have a big margin, a big box margin, which is 900. If you add it together, then you will have that 1100 millimeter as margin. So this value defines how big area you would like to have inside the frame as an empty margin around the projections. And this 200 is and that's 200 is in the frame. I will cover that later. Or no, maybe not later. Let's talk about that. Yeah, and that's really the last one about the sizes and margins and gaps. So below the projections, we have the text block. I will return to that later. And we have the frame definition. The frame has two parameters for sizing. One is the horizontal gap, and one is the vertical gap. The horizontal gap is the space how far each dim drawing with frame will be put beside each other. And now it's 200. That's why this small gap appeared between the two dim drawings. The next topic is about a special parameter we invented for the stars is the show always. You can force to show different dim lines, or you can let the add-on decide if it will appear or not. The show always is usually 0, and the add-on will show it to you. The same applies to projections. They have also this show always parameter, and it has the similar meaning. So, for example, here, in our first example, this blank, I will show you it to 3D, in 3D. So it has two grooves. It has holes in the middle of the grooves, and it has a cut, an angled end on this side. Let's show the machinings. You see, so this is the first drilling and the first groove, then second drilling, second groove, and finally the angled end here. In this case, if you watch it from the front side, then you will see the grooves and the angled end too. If you watch it from the top side, you will see the grooves as well and the drillings. But there is nothing special to see it from here. That's why, and also from the bottom, there is nothing to see. Okay, I cannot rotate that like that. So that's why the side projections are not shown. Also, the bottom projection is not shown. But the back projection, which is this, the back projection is holding some info. So we see the grooves here, and also we could see the drilling depth and also the angled end. So why it is not shown? It's not shown because the add-on knows that that the front projection has already shown all of these infos to you in the drawings. So there is nothing new in the back. If there would be a drilling, let's hope the best it will work. So what if I add the drilling in the backside, and it's will not go through. So let's say it's only 40 millimeters. Then on the front side, oh, maybe I do not see the right one. I made. Yeah, here is the drilling. Oh yeah, it's right on the number. Sorry. So what if drilling back? It will be and what if, yeah, make a bit larger because this diameter is not truly visible. Yeah, I see it now. So it's here. This drilling is not visible from the front side because it's not going through the plank. If I update the drawing, then it will ask me, it asks me because I have mistakenly changed the style. So let's keep the old style. What you see now is that the add-on felt that, okay, I have to show the back projection as well because the hole is not visible on the front. So I have to show the back because it has new information and it should be shown to the user and the customer. If I remove the hole, then this projection and its dim line, yeah, the 3000 is appearing well. It will disappear. Drilling back, remove, and refresh. Yeah, so it disappeared. But what if you, for your standards, you need the back projection because somehow it should be there, and you would like to ensure that it's appearing. Then, to be sure, I'm editing the proper one. Yeah. So this is the all parts to single frame style. And I'm searching the projections. So this is the front. That's all good for now. Top, good, back, and this is the back projection. I changed this from 0 to 1, save it, and reload the settings. And refresh the drawing. The back projection is appearing because even if it doesn't have any new info, it appears because the show always was changed from 0 to 1. And this is like a command, you force it to appear. You can do this with any projection. And you can do this also for dim lines. For example, now the back projection just has a machining. I think this is a machining main. Yeah, a machining main telling you how far this angled end goes. So what's the size of the cut? But you can force to show a main horizontal, for example. So the main horizontal will be always there. Let's see. It will show now a lot of unnecessary or not so important dim lines, but for the sake. Oh no, the main is not a good example because it's only defined for the front and it appears. Sorry, it's not a good example, but for other machining, other dim lines, you can do that. This show always. Okay. My next task is to show you the compact style. It can be important if you have a lot of planks and you don't have a lot of area to show all of them. And you would like to have some super compact small drawings, but nice. We already have this compact one. This is without text and without frame. So it's something like this small thing. It's the content of this is quite the same as in the other style. So the machinings, the main measures, main sizes, and so. What is really missing is the ID. So this blank is 120, and these small ones are 120 to 21. So you would like to see that, okay, this is a nice drawing, but I would like to see which blank it is. Now we will work on another dim drawing style, especially this compact one. So I open that. What we have here is quite the same dim line settings. All the projections are quite the same, but we do not have, after the projection, usually you have the text definition, the detailed text definition, like a description and the frame. These two are not here. They are missing. So what we can do is to copy them from another style here. Now I go to another style and see. You see, this is the last projection, the bottom. Below that, there is the text block. This is the detailed text. I have copied it and paste here. Now we have the text block. I have saved, but the problem with that is the text block is not in the layout. So the layout says how you arrange the different projections and text. There is no space for something like text 1. The ID should appear here. So if I go here, and the frame, then you see here, if you are a bit familiar with the HTML tables, then you can see that there are rows and cells. The first row contains the text. I copy this. The second row contains an empty cell, and then the top projection. The third row is the main row. It contains the beginning projection, the front, and the end. So it will contain 3 projections beside each other. And then in the following, the bottom and the back, they will be in different rows below each other. That's the flow. The first row is for the text. Now I have copied this and paste here. This is our compact style, and the compact style has this layout. So now we will have text in the compact style. I save this, reload the settings, and update the drawing. What you have seen is this text appeared here. Yeah, but it's not really good for a compact because it contains too much information. We only need the ID. What we can do is to go here. This is our text block, and it has the content parameter. There is a lot of stuff, material, quality, and so on and so on. But we only need the ID. So let's just erase all this stuff and keep the content clear. Content equals ID. And this is a magic word. It will be substituted with the actual IDs. This is a content in Finnish. Since I work in English, so the normal content will appear, but in localized version, you can use also that. So I have saved the changes, reload the XML in the settings, and update the drawing. Now you see only one ID. And the layout is saying that it's in the first row. So that's why it's on the top. First row and first cell. So this is it. This is the second row, the dim line and the top projection. And then this is the third row, the front. And since the beginning and end projection is not shown, they are like an empty cell. And also all other stuff are also not shown, the back and the bottom projections. So this is how a super compact style is made. And during the demo, we have extended it with the small text of the ID. For today, the last thing I would like to show you is the placement of the dim drawing. So, for example, a few minutes ago, we just updated the XML to contain this ID, and I just clicked this Create Apply button, and it appeared here. Without the question where to place the dim drawing, it was here, so the program just updated that. It's not happening always. For example, if I click another plank and I ask for a dim drawing, this dim drawing is not existing anywhere, so the plugin needs a place where to place it, where you would like to see it. Okay, I put it down here. If the dim drawing exists, then even if you edit your blank, like what if I make an angled end to this one? It shows that it's edited, so you have to update it. But if you update, then it will not ask for a new position because it's already placed. So it just extends it with the new information, the angled cut at the end. What I would like to show you is that sometimes the drawing or the placement of the drawing will ask you for a new point, even if there is still or already a drawing. For example, this one has a drawing already. So if I click this button, nothing happens, just updating the already existing drawing. But if I change the style, for example, the style change is something so big then that the add-on will ask a new placement point, because it can be that it involves other planks and a whole new arrangement. So it asks for a new placement point and it will erase the existing drawing and place this new one. The same happens if you would like to combine blanks into one drawing. Now all these two blanks will be shown in one big frame. This is also placed new. So we can comprehend like that if the add-on can be totally sure where to place the dim drawing because it's existing and the style is matching and there is no big new data, then it will use the existing place. But if it's not sure or you cannot be sure that the existing placement is good, then it will ask for a new one. Okay. That was the main story from me, and I'm waiting for your questions now.
Guess I have one question.
Yeah.
Or one remark. You showed the XML tag frame, and it had the cannot remember the tag if you find it.
Yeah. Wait a sec. Here, this is the first one we edited. Here.
Yeah, so this title, that is actually used to generate, if you create the layout using ArchiFrame, then this will be the layout name. And yeah, the frame, that is not the best. It could be detail, and then this element will be replaced by the blank ID.
So you mean it's not for the floor plan, it's for the layout?
It is, yes, it is mainly for the layout.
Okay. Thanks. Yeah, and the LMID is the blank ID. It will be substituted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one more topic note I put down or wrote down is the help for what all XML LM param tags or attributes you can use. So guess if you please go to ArchiFrame and click from the main palette, click the help button to open ArchiFrame manual. And when it opens, then there is a search button. There you can write that LM param, and you should get context-sensitive help.
Yeah, I think the link, the deep link, was one you shared earlier. I popped it in the Q&A in the chat as well. So yeah,
Okay, thanks.
it's being a little slow.
Yeah, maybe the meeting is also
Taking all your internet.
Was my
Okay,
voice clear, or was there any connection problem?
No,
Not
for
really.
me,
Okay.
everything worked fine. So now the word
I
is
don't know
free.
why.
Ask if you have anything in your mind.
We'll check if anyone's popped anything on the chat. No, nothing. Yeah, I mean, if people have questions, you can share them now. You can also obviously email us afterwards, let it marinate for a bit, watch the video again. The other video that Géza has done on dimension drawings is really good as well. If it is a new topic, that sort of explains what it is, just sort of a bit of a quick, this is about 10 minutes, isn't it, Géza? The video you've done. Yeah, so
a few more, but yeah.
yeah, so
Not that long as this one.
yeah, so if it's a new topic, maybe you can go watch that video first, then come back to this webinar video and have a play around, but I can definitely see lots of really good use cases here, like really kind of modifying and customizing. So yeah, I thought it was really interesting, Guess. I really enjoyed it. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Yeah, if no one has any questions, I'm happy to end it here unless Petteri had any final comments or, any sort of comments on use cases or, advice for anyone who's going to go and explore this now.
Well, maybe from my side, thank you, Géza. Very good presentation going from basics to more advanced topics, and thank you for all attendees. And if you are having trouble implementing your own XML settings, please send email to support@ArchiFrame and we'll help you forward.
Yeah, the first step is the hardest, but then if you grab the basics, then it will open up.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Please do send through, just anything really, your own files, questions. We're really happy to help you with that. But yeah, thank you very much. You'll be getting the recording soon, and I'll include also some resources. But yeah, I really appreciate it, and we'll be having the next one. We're not quite sure yet, possibly in December, but maybe January, depending on what topic everyone votes for. All right. Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Thanks, everyone. Goodbye.
Bye.